Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to TGIF Talks, episode 102. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Yes?
Let's roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
Well, no one told me they didn't like the new style of podcast, so we're gonna run with it. I've got two topics today, so we'll just kind of work through them and see where the heck the world goes, right?
Nope.
No? What do you mean, no?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I want to keep saying, every time when I say, what do you mean, and you say, what do you mean, I'm going to say, what do you mean, what do I mean? I asked you first, so you better have an answer.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyways. We got two topics. We have Mullen. So you got to pick which one you want to go first. We have Mullen or we have the experiment. Which one do you want to go with first?
You can choose.
Okay. Mullen it is. Alrighty. So, how detailed do you want to go about the trip?
I suggest we leave out some of the events that led up to getting there.
Some of the events? Alright. Alright.
I say we just talk about what the experience was like there.
Alright. Well, why don't you tell the folks where we went, when we went, and why we went, and what we did. In a brief summary, and then we'll delve into details.
When we went, 2 days ago. Yes.
Well, for them, it's Friday, night. So for us, it's Monday.
So Saturday night. That's when. What's the next one?
Where we went, what we did.
Mullen. Next one.
What we did.
Stargaze.
And okay. I guess that was all
the
details.
I figured, that it?
I guess, yes. Oh, why we went.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. It's a very
Gotta feel
it's a
hobby.
It's a very
hobby.
It's a very interesting. It's a very interesting hobby, I'll tell you that much. Hello.
Well, you have your hobbies, I have mine.
I have lots of hobbies. You have this one that you periodically do.
Indulge in,
yes. I have all kinds of hobbies because I'm bored.
Oh yeah, name one.
This.
Other than that.
Other than that?
Yeah.
Well, if I wasn't doing science, I'd still, light thermite, whatever, do chemical reactions. I'd still probably own half the crap in this room. That wouldn't be there. I can tell you that. Well, the map would be hanging somewhere, but that would not be there. There probably wouldn't be a giant periodic table. There probably wouldn't be, and there probably wouldn't be. Huh?
What about all the things hanging from the ceiling?
Well, see, the thing about those things, I told you that would still be there because those. Remember, we made those when I quit YouTube. Remember?
Oh, that was when you did. That was in the intermittent period.
Mm-hmm. We were just bored, and I was like, let's do arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts. I do remember that.
Yeah, we were like, all right, 2 a.m. arts and crafts section. Woohoo!
Oh, yes.
And we just sat there and ate chips and painted.
I don't think we actually did make much.
No, not that night. No, I think we were.
The night that you said, 2 a.m. class session, we did absolutely nothing.
That is true. We didn't do anything. That is 100% true. Curiously, I don't know what kind of camera I would have if it wasn't for YouTube. Because I'd still want to take star photos, but I don't know. The money I spent on YouTube, I probably would have spent on better astro photography and astro gear. But, that's details.
Really?
Probably, because I don't know. Yes, I wanted an element collection, but at the same time, I don't know if I would have actually ever decided to build one if it wasn't for YouTube. At least not to the extent that it is. Hard to say. It's hard to say. But, predictions. How are you ever going to know? I keep wanting to. I got home and I was like, oh, I need to cross the state map off. And I was like, I didn't go anywhere. I stayed in the same damn state. I drove 5 freaking hours. We drove 5 hours and we never left the state. Actually, we got deeper into the state. We were in the smack dab center. Can we just, for the European viewers out there, just express how damn big the freaking United States is. You could drive 5 hours at 65-ish miles per hour and stay in the damn state still. Hello?
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, yes, we could have driven 2 hours and been in Iowa and, been in a different state, but still. So actually, it's interesting that you have to drive up to Omaha and then drive across to Iowa. Because I think state highways I don't even know. Are there even state highways outside of Lincoln that take you to Iowa?
Probably. Let's see.
That sounds like that sounds like an adventure. Because you just drive.
Yeah.
Just driving.
Well, yeah, because there's like 3 bridges south of Omaha that cross the Missouri.
Interesting.
You don't need to drive through Omaha to cross the Missouri.
So you can take O Street, which is Highway 34, but it doesn't cross the Missouri. You can go to Union and then get on Highway 75.
Well, you need to go. So one of them is Nebraska City.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. So you have to go to Union and then take.
And then there's Brownville.
Brownville.
And then I think there's another one.
Well, okay, there's one.
Rulo.
There's
Rulo.
one. Huh?
Rulo. That's the one that I want to go to. Because it's almost right on the border with Missouri.
Oh. Well, so there's
Rulo, Brownville, and Nebraska City.
It's kind of concerning that there's not that many crosses on the Missouri. Like, it kind of just makes us trapped.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Anyways, no, we take Highway 34 to Union, get on Highway 75, take that to, there's a Wyoming, Nebraska. Huh. Looks like it's probably something like a rescue, where it's just a few buildings in some guy's yard. And you can take that down to Highway 2 in Nebraska City. And that'll take you across the border. But I wonder if it's quicker to go up to Plattsmouth. No, Plattsmouth, they're probably equidistant, to be honest. Let's try and measure some distance here, shall we? Measure distance. Oh my God, that's 133 miles? Holy crap.
Yes.
All right. Jesus. All right. Nobody can see this, and they can't. I'm particular about showing my Google Maps. Let's go to this messy interchange here. Okay, so it is quicker to go to Nebraska City. It's only 93. Wait, hold on. Oh, 9.3 miles. Wait a minute. That was not 100. That must have been... No. Hold on. No way. Oh. Oh, it's all sideways, so I can't read it. Okay. It's 9 miles versus 13 miles. Oh, dear God. But if we go from 27th Street. There's too much crap in the way. Clear distance. Measure distance. I remember when measuring distance on Google Maps used to be way more difficult. Distance to here. Oh, it's only 40 miles, so it's an hour drive to Iowa. That ain't bad. A little over. Be a little over an hour to Iowa. So Iowa is the quickest.
We'll be going to Iowa in about... I said we'll be going to Iowa in about 2 weeks.
Oh
Council
my God,
Bluffs.
is that where the damn wedding is?
Council Bluffs.
Oh, I gotta go to... Oh, not... I don't want to spend the night in Iowa. Is the hotel at least back in Nebraska?
Yeah, it's in Omaha.
Oh, thank God. All right. I don't
You
want
don't have to go to the hotel. You can drive home that night.
Well, I just didn't want to spend the night in Iowa.
Oh, why?
It's Iowa. Well, you get another excuse to say that I've been to frickin' Iowa, despite the fact that I'll probably cross it when I go up to North Dakota. Oh my God, that is a long frickin' drive. 7.5 hours. Oh, man. Directions. Home. Yeah. Oh, 7 hours.
My home has to go to... There's a small, slim probability, like 0.1% chance he might have to drive to Montana.
When?
September?
September.
October?
But it's only
If it
a...
doesn't happen then, it's not going to happen at all.
Oh, but it's only a slim chance. Interestingly, so the path has me go through Iowa to get up to Sioux Falls. And then do we cross back in Nebraska? We do. And then we use that to cross into South Dakota. I think. Yes. Well, no, I guess... No, we do not cross back into Nebraska. I cross into Iowa, and then we take that all the way up to South Dakota. Do not cross into Minnesota at any point. I am going to go to Fargo, so I will be able to cross. Maybe I'll take a detour, go to the state capitol, and I can cross off Fargo.
Yeah. So I saw something that defined what counts as visiting a state, and I think I came up with the revised definition, right? So
Winnipeg.
just driving at the corner does not count. And going to an airport does not count. To me, you have to drive through, you have to spend at least an hour in the state, either driving or whatnot.
God, I gotta spend a freaking hour in Oklahoma. No one wants to spend an hour in Oklahoma.
You drive out a half hour, drive back a half hour.
No.
Or, and then, yeah. Because I don't think it really counts if you just nick it, just through the tip or something, or turn it. To me, that does not count. I don't like saying that counts.
It counts enough.
To me, it doesn't.
Well. Oh, well. Well, anyways, back onto the subject. So, yes, we drove out to... We got way off subject there. We drove out to good old Mullen, our favorite spot, at least my favorite spot in the world. And we went stargazing. And it was beautiful. Very nice. We were up till... I don't even know what time. The next morning. We're trying to figure out what time it is because, you know, there isn't service. There's very spotty service. And Cherry County is in a different time zone than whatever county Mullen's in. I don't remember what county it's in. Well, anyways, there are different time zones. Mullen's Mountain Time. Cherry is Central Standard Time. Why? I don't know. Anyways, so... it was... Oh, God, it said on the damn map. Not the damn map. The damn historical marker. Oh, Hooker County. It's my favorite damn county. How do I not know? Okay. Hooker County. Hooker County, for whatever reason, is in Mountain Time. But, anyways, as I was saying, so... the next morning, we're trying to figure out what freaking time it is. And we had gotten pizza from from a gas station. I wouldn't say it's our favorite gas station. It is not.
It was a gas station. Probably the only.
It's the only gas station in Mullen. And we get...
Well, for 24 hours, which is nice.
I didn't believe that lady. And we stroll in at like midnight. And, you know, a guy comes out from the back room as we're scrounging around the store. And didn't even really watch us. Didn't really care. We grabbed some late night snacks and paid the man and went on our way.
Oh, we did pay, didn't we?
Oh, you just walked out? What the... Oh, my God. We paid the man and walked out with our food. Good, you know, midnight snack. Well, you know, I got Doritos and fruit snacks. Phil got Pringles. Of course, it's not just like classic flavors we got here. I got salsa verde burritos. Pretty good. He got pizza. Although pizza Pringles. I don't even know what a classic Pringles flavor would be. I guess original, but I don't.
So sour cream and onion. Cheddar?
Yeah, I was going to say those two are probably more original than, like, plain. Because who the hell eats a plain Pringle?
Maybe barbecue?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. Barbecue's a classic Lay's flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Although, you know what's becoming a more classic flavor of dill? Weirdly enough? Of dill. I gave it away.
Dill?
I gave it away. A classic flavor of
A
Lay's.
classic flavor of dill?
A classic...
What does that mean?
Sorry, I gave away
Classic
the answer.
flavor of dill.
I gave away the answer to the question. The question was supposed to be, you know what's becoming a more classic flavor of Lay's potato chip? The dill pickle.
Oh, would have never guessed.
What the thing is, like, I see it all year round. Like, I remember when I first saw it, like, ever. And I convinced my parents to get me a sack. And And then I didn't see it for a while. And I only saw it in the summer occasionally. And now I see it all year round. You can just buy it in the small bags and the big bags. Like when I see it in the small, like little bags like this, I think that kind of cements the fact that this is, you know, a cult classic now. Yes, no, maybe.
What?
Yes, no, maybe so.
For what?
If it comes in the small bag of potato chips, it's probably a classic flavor now.
Yeah, probably.
Although I guess the Ruffles, the new queso, because it's not just like their cheddar, it's like cheddar queso. That comes in the small bags, and that's definitely not a classic flavor. That's something new. But I guess even the 3D Doritos, I think, comes in small bags too. So I don't know. Point is, you know, the dill pickle. It's literally, it needs more dill flavor. It's just a lot of vinegar. It's very vinegary. You know, salt and vinegar. You think would be very vinegary? No, this is worse. And they burn. They hurt. It's a different type of pain. You know, normally you eat a spicy chip or something. It's, you know, there's a pain associated with that. No, this is a different type of pain. This is like the moisture.
Yeah, like the one chip challenge. That's a different type of pain.
Yes. But this is like, how do I put this? This is like all the moisture in your mouth being sucked out.
Oh. Usually when I have something spicy, I have excess saliva.
Yeah, see, no, this sucks the saliva right out of your mouth. Huh, that's what the white means. Badlands. Interesting. Anyways, well, alright, so... Right. Yeah, so we went to Mullen. We got some very nice pictures. I haven't looked at them. Maybe after this. I don't know. I'm very behind on schedule, all of my things. But, the trip there, 0 out of 10. Right?
Hey, you making fun of my driving?
No, I'm making fun of what happened.
Oh.
You know, that's not a... It
We
wasn't
don't need to go into details.
That's why I'm not. I'm saying it's a 0 out of 10. Way back, though, other than our... We got into a... What did we argue about? Which is our only argument the entire trip.
We talked about the Faraday cage.
Oh, yes. I misunderstood the stupid permeability of materials and how copper is actually a poor... a poor... magnetic field, not blocker, mover, redirector. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Redirector. Anyways, other than that, we read. I read. Give me a minute. My brain's breaking. I read... What did I read? I read something.
Read the Mockingbird. Kill Mockingbird.
Yes, I read To Kill a Mockingbird. Got the chapter 3. We didn't start chapter 3, but I got the chapter 3. I was reading out loud. That's why it took me so long. And let me just tell you this. It's a great book. Don't get me wrong.
But it's meant for like a 12th grade plus reading level.
There were words in there that I don't remember.
Many words.
Many words in there that I don't ever remember being in when we read it in 9th grade that were in there that I'm just like, what? What is this word? Actually, let me go grab the book because I think there's one in the first page, like in the first paragraph. Hold on. Yes, it's like, oh god, there's rice on my chair. All right, it's on the first damn page. Oh, think we could copyright strike for reading a book?
Nope.
Ahem. When he was nearly 13, my brother Jim got his arm badly broken at the elbow. When it healed and Jim's fears of never being able to play football were, there we go. It's the second damn sentence. It's assaged. I think it's supposed to be assaged. A-S-S-U-A-G-E-D.
Assuage.
What? To make an unpleasant feeling less intense. To satisfy. That is not the word I would use there, but, you know, they did. Anyways, there you go. Assuaged. Maybe we're just stupid, but I don't know. I
am.
I don't know. I just feel like that probably shouldn't be in there, but it is what it is.
How do you spell assuaged?
A-S-S-U-A-G-E. And then if we're doing past tense, D. Oh, synonyms. Appease. Relieved. There you go. Freaking relieved.
Yes, he felt relieved.
Although, I still don't know, even now knowing the meaning of the word, I still don't know whether he was going to be able to play football or not. And he rare self-conscious about his injury. I take it he can't really play football. He's not very well anymore. I don't know. He's a cripple now. Doesn't matter. Point is, of course, that's after the book. That's foreshadowing, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah. Yes, we read I read To Kill a Mockingbird on the way back, and we had a good time. Got some great photos. Now, so we were discussing this, and something interesting happened. So, as the Galactic Center set, the night sky got dimmer. Now, it could be because the Galactic Center is so damn bright that, you know, the Galactic Center is so damn bright that it did make the sky dimmer, or it got hazy at that time. We did know it was hazy because literally the Pleiades rose, and I couldn't tell that it was the freaking Pleiades. And honest to God, even when we left, I still could barely tell that they were the Pleiades that rose. They just, right there on the edge, they looked rough. Interestingly enough, when you look through binoculars, they still look like the Pleiades. But when you look through them through the telescope, which I did, they don't look like the Pleiades anymore. They look just like a bunch of random stars all close together. We got to... So we did actually get a bunch on our to-do list done. So we did look at Andromeda through the telescope finally.
Not as impressive as I was hoping.
No, it was a blurry smudge. We need to get We need to get
blurry smudge.
We need to get the telescope out when Orion is up and look at some of the objects in Orion.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I mean, won't it just look like a white dot?
No, there's smudges.
Oh.
Bright smudges. You know, they're very bright smudges, actually. You know, it's not like...
Although I am curious. I am very curious what a time-lapse would have looked like with the telescope.
Time-lapse of what?
Andromeda.
Why? I don't...
What would the smudge start to have a little more features to it?
Maybe. I mean, I guess, truth be told, I mean, the longer you have your exposure set in the camera, I mean, the more So I mean, yeah.
I think it might look better.
What I want to be able to do is I want one of those photos that like shows the full scale of the Andromeda Galaxy against the night sky, but I don't think you can do it because I think the other stars are too bright.
You want a what?
That shows the full scale of the Andromeda Galaxy in the night sky, because the Andromeda Galaxy is supposed to be huge. Like we're talking 6 arc seconds.
Oh.
Like it's huge. But it's just a smudge, a very faint, damn near invisible smudge. I'm still pretty sure it's invisible, but I don't know. I was able to find it easily using the spotter scope, which the spotter scope kind of made things look dimmer, which made it kind of difficult. And I don't know. I do think we should maybe try and see if my red dot will work better. Because the red dot doesn't magnify. And there isn't crosshairs that you lose. But, I don't know. Maybe. But, we did achieve a lot of things with the telescope. We looked at Saturn. We looked at Jupiter. We did not look at Mars. It rose right as we packed it up. And I was like, oh well. But we did look at Andromeda. I don't remember if we ever actually did get any star clusters in the galactic center visible. By the time I remembered to actually look, I think it was pretty hazy and I couldn't see much through the binocs. But that time out at Friend, when it was so high, it was so clear, I still think it looked brighter then than it did when we were out there in Mullen this time. However, the brightest I've seen the night sky was out in the desert. However, I don't...
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we never saw the Galactic Center rise, but I don't think
It was freaking bright, though.
Yes, but I don't think...
Constellation?
Yeah. But I don't think it was... I don't think the arm was as present, because I just never...
It wasn't rising.
Huh?
That was late May, right?
Yeah.
And the Galactic Center wasn't rising, and the arm was at a very low angle.
Right.
Like it was only like 30 or 40 degrees. It was not overhead.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next year when we go to Oregon.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be a desert as well, a desert-like biome.
Good. So, well, anyways, so when the Galactic Center site got dimmer, but as we were packing up to get ready to go, this is like right around midnight or shortly before. I don't know. We didn't know. I didn't know what time it was. The next morning,
1 a.m. I don't know.
I'll get to next morning. We decided to pack up at some point, and the sky got darker, and the sky got super bright and brilliant. It was amazing right before we left.
Overhead, yeah.
Yeah, overhead.
But out in the distance, looking out at the horizon, it felt much dimmer.
Possibly. I don't know. I was seeing stars all the way to horizon spots, but because...
Well, yes, but they were dimmer.
Right. The haze was pretty bad. As the one, you go to a Bortle 1, but, it's still hazy, so it's like, what are you going to do? But, it's 5 hours instead of 18, so I'll take it.
I wish there was a way to measure haze. Is there? That way we could, have a way to quantify how good our experience was.
You could look at visibility, but they don't always report visibility.
Visibility, they always usually just say, 10 miles or something,
Not always. Or you'd have to, compare visibility to, the desert or whatever. But anyways, the next morning, we were eating pizza. We're trying to figure out what time it is. And the pizza box said 11. And we thought, oh, there must be in Central Time, so it must be 10 o'clock Mountain Time. Because we were in Mullen, and my watch and my watch said 10. So I was thinking, okay, maybe my watch updated, it's 10 o'clock. So I looked at my phone. My phone said 9.
9.
And I'm like, So they're using Eastern Standard Time at the gas station for some reason? Just what? They're 2 hours off from Mountain Time and an hour off from Central Time. So I was just like, all right.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Yeah, that was strange. It was okay pizza. And we walked around the town for a little bit. You'll see in the vlog next week. Went to the high school. I'm sorry to anybody that went to the high school. We did make fun of it quite a bit. But it's a D1 school. It's what I expected.
We were just not used to seeing a dirt track.
Yes, the track was interesting. But, I'm from a C1. He's from a Class A. For everybody outside of Nebraska, that's how we rank our different sizes of schools. So, there you go. That's all you need to know. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just the way it is. Anyways, no, it was a good 26 hours. That's all the whole trip was, 26 hours.
What?
Yeah. Cuz we left at 2 the day before and we got back at 4. 26 hours.
Right. Very short.
Very short. Actually, it was probably 27 thanks to Mountain Time, though. Although driving back, you lose it, so I don't know. Hard to say. Well, anyways. On to the next topic. The experiment. I got my my air mattress in. It's sitting on my table currently in my kitchen. So I have all the components I need. Now, the plan is to live stream it. So actually, when this video goes up, so it goes up at 11, live stream will be sometime that night. That's when it'll start. Whenever Phil can get his butt over here, and I can get everything set up. And I am pixelated now. Cool. Basically, that is... And then Phil's going to lock me in there. He's going to go do whatever.
How?
Huh?
How?
Oh, you're not going to lock me. You can't. That'd be a fire hazard. I would die.
Okay.
Plus, the door opens out, so you wouldn't be able to unless you had a string and tied it to another doorknob that went in the opposite direction. Anyways, that is a possibility, but don't do that to me. Please don't. I want to be able to get out if there's a fire or who knows what happens. Anyways, yeah. Gosh, that'll suck if the fire alarm goes off while I'm doing the experiment. Oh, God. Can you imagine, right? Fire alarm goes off like Sunday afternoon or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Think about this. I'm like, what the heck is that? I go out. I don't have a date. I don't know what the date is. I grab my... Oh. I won't even be able to go outside because I won't have my keys. Well, I guess if there's the fire alarm, I guess somebody can let me into the building. I just don't have my key. I can just leave my room unlocked, my apartment unlocked. Which, what am I supposed to do because I don't have my keys? And I probably won't have my phone either. So I have no idea what day it is. It could be Monday afternoon. It could be Saturday afternoon. For all I know, Especially if the stream goes down, the computer's just off. I have no idea. So I'll just get out there, with all the people, and they'll be talking, and I'll be like, what day is it? I can legitimately ask, what day is it? And it's not like, you forgot or whatever, or, you're just at work and you're having to write the date down. No, I legitimately will not know what day it is. I'm like, what day is it? They're like, you know what day it is? I'm like, no, not really. Because I won't know if it's July. I won't know. July. I won't know if it's Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I have no idea. That's pretty rare. They said I think it goes off like twice a year, and it's already gone off once, so it won't go off again for a while, in theory. We'll see. Hopefully it goes off while I'm in North Dakota. I don't have to deal with it. So, yes, that is the plan. I will bring some books with me, pen and pencil and paper, maybe some colors to color with, but that will be it. Oh, and my camera, so I can talk to you guys. The door, I mean, obviously the door and microphone will be on the other side, but on the other side of the door will be with the webcam and the microphone, but I will have a camera with me. That way, you know, when I make the actual video, I have all that stuff together to talk about my experience and to talk about the NASA experiment, which I do want to do some more research on before this weekend because, yeah. Would you ever do this experiment?
Yeah, but I'd have to have a long break.
Long break?
But yeah, I don't want it to like mess up, sleep schedule and all that.
No, not just a day like I'm doing.
I don't know. Maybe a day could cover it.
I think a day will cover it for me. I think that's all I really need. Depending on, how things worked out Monday evening. Because it'll be Monday evening when you get me out of there.
I will.
Huh?
I will.
I hope
What if
so.
I just leave you in there and like come back, like Tuesday morning? Like, hey, how's it going?
I'd be... First of all, you're going to come get me Tuesday morning when on your way to work?
Yeah. I'd stop by at like 4 a.m. So you just have like no idea what's going on.
I'm like, why is it dark out? No, I'll be like, why is the sun in the wrong person? Why is it in the morning? What day is it? And you're like, it's Tuesday. I'm like, you kept me in there another 8 hours, you schmuck.
No, I'll come in there Tuesday night after work, like Tuesday afternoon after work.
No, because then I'll go to work Wednesday and they'll be like, so how do you feel? I'm like, I was locked in my bathroom for an extra day. I was in there for 4 damn days. I'll be so irritable.
I have a feeling after the first day, after you take your first sleep, Friday night,
Yeah.
you're gonna be done because you'll probably wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning because it's not gonna be an easy sleeping in there.
Nope.
And you'll be like, should I get up? Should I keep sleeping? And we're gonna block the sunlight at the door, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh,
the
yeah.
light in the hallway will be on, which probably will drown out anything else anyway, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I've been texting what's-her-face, and I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, once I go to sleep, I will completely lose track of of any sense of time. I mean, once the door closes, I've lost track of time. Time will slowly start to slip, but when my eyes close and I drift off the dreamy land, that's it. Now the scariest part is if I pass out with the lights on. Because at least with the lights off, it will maybe trick my brain to keep sleeping longer. But if I pass out with the lights on, that'll really screw me up because it'll just feel like I took a nap or something. But I could have been out for several hours. Because yesterday when I got home, I started playing Minecraft. I played for like 45 minutes, and then I was like falling asleep, and so I just stopped, passed out on my bed. I literally just laid down, I just didn't even grab my pillow, just flopped on my bed, and I was out for an hour.
Really?
Yeah, just gone. Hour later, I'm like, I probably should get up and do something. And actually, I left my phone underneath my pillow because I fell asleep with my phone in my hand. And yeah, that was that. So
When was this?
this was yesterday, right after you dropped me off.
Oh, you passed out?
Yeah. About 45 minutes. I was playing Minecraft for about 45 minutes. And I was
What
falling
time did you wake up?
an hour later.
Oh. Have you ever fell asleep and woken up and thinking it was afternoon? It's like it was a couple hours, but thinking it was the next morning. Like, oh, crap! Am I late for work?
This was back in like high school. And yes, but I think it's because I've misread the clock. I've definitely woken up and been confused as to what time it is. But as to like what day, no. Not usually. I can't really remember because those are kind of like freaky states where you're like, what is going on? I have woken up. There was one time where I woke up like an hour early for school. Didn't realize it. Got all ready. Walked outside. Looked at my watch. Because I was looking at the times and the kitchen and stuff. You know, it all still made sense. Looked at my watch. Realized it's still dark. Which, I mean, you know, it's normal for going to school. Somehow, my dad had already left. So, the point is, I took a nap on my porch. I didn't go inside. I just kind of sat down on the concrete and just took a nap.
What?
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me what was the reason. Why I didn't just go back inside. I just laid there with the dog and passed out.
Okay.
For an hour. This was middle school, maybe elementary school. Sixth grade, maybe, probably. I think that sounds about right. I don't know. It was a weird 5th, 6th grade, somewhere in there. I don't know. It was weird. I got up an hour early for some reason. Who knows? Anyways. No, my favorite is still Diary.
Wait, so it was the next day?
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something like it was the afternoon or evening.
Nope, it was the next day. It was time to get up and go for school. I just woke up an hour early and didn't what happened was I thought I slept in.
Oh. But then you passed out on the porch?
Well, I didn't pass out. It was a light nap.
How long did you sleep for?
An hour. I told you I was up an hour earlier than I need to be.
So were you late for school?
No. I went.
I thought you said you slept on the porch for an hour.
Right. Yes, I got up an hour earlier than I need to be.
Oh, and then you just napped on the porch for an hour?
Yeah, because I literally closed the door, looked down at my watch. My brain went, huh? Realized what time it actually was. Realized that I got up at 6 instead of like 7 or whatever.
Oh.
And so I just slept on the porch. Well, actually, it might have been only a half hour, but it ended up being like an hour because I rushed to get ready for school because I thought I was actually late. I thought I woke up late. And so I rushed, got together, and then left at my appropriate time, what I thought was my appropriate time, but that was an hour early. Realized it was like 6:30, not 7:30. And so I just kind of laid down. It was a weird morning.
See.
It was a very, very weird morning. But it all reminds me of the Diary of Wimpy Kid movie and in the book where they talk about how Roger switched all the clocks in the house, closed all the curtains, woke up Greg at like 2. You remember this, right?
Yeah.
Woke up Greg at like 2 in the morning, told him, "You gotta get ready for school." And then he went, and then as part of the diabolical plan, he went and changed, and then passed back out in his bed.
Yeah.
And then
And
Greg,
wasn't it 2 weeks early, too?
yeah,
Like, it wasn't even the day of school. It was like 2 weeks early.
yep. And Greg was sitting eating cereal at like 3 a.m. And
Well,
his,
yeah, well, have you seen with the book or the movie? Because in the movie, he's like scrambling, making a whole bunch of ruckus. Like, he's pouring the gallon of milk down his throat with the cereal box.
and his dad and mom came in. They're just like thinking there was an intruder, and it's just Greg. And he's like, "But Roger," and Roger was passed out. But in the book, I think it was in Roderick Rules.
Roger or Roderick?
Sorry, Roderick. I just call him Roger. But I think it was in Roderick's Rules is when that story actually took place. I don't think it was in the original Diary of Wimpy Kid. I don't believe so. I'd have to, again, I do want to reread the books. I have to ask Will for my collection back. Because Will has my collection.
How many do you have? All of them?
Well, up until I stopped collecting. Up until, I stopped reading them.
Which was when?
Hard Luck, I think. And so number 8.
How many are there? How many more are there?
Like 15. So there's like, I think 15 or 16. So there's like double the amount of books now than there were when I quit.
Has Will read them all?
No, I think he quit at like 9.
Let's see. Here, I'm going to pull it up. Oh, here it is. So they have... Holy cow. They have 17.
Oh, yes. They release one a year.
Diaper overload. The last one I read was... Let's go back. Nope. I've seen Meltdown. I've seen the Meltdown cover. I haven't read it. Long Haul. Hard Luck. They're Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever I've read a lot.
I think Cabin Fever was the last one I read.
Actually, Diaper Overload, actually. That's not here yet. That's coming out, though.
Yeah. Big Shot then would be the last current one.
Yes.
Your last one was which one? Hard Luck?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read Cabin Fever. If not that, then it's Ugly Truth. Because I remember my brother has one of those. I'm pretty sure it's Cabin Fever.
Yeah, I know I read Third Wheel. I can't remember if I read Hard Luck or not. I'm pretty sure I did.
I remember was it the third one? The Last Straw? I read that in like 5th grade.
Last Straw.
I read that in like 4th or 5th grade, and I read it all in one sitting. Like I sat there, because I was, we had like after school daycare or whatever, I sat down to read it, because I had to read for my class, and I just got so into because it's a quick read. Like, there's so many pictures, you're flipping through pages left and right, you know? And so, I mean, it takes a couple hours, but if you're interested, if you're into it, you can, it's easy for the time to fly by before you realize that, oh man, I'm almost done with this.
Oh yeah.
And I think I got picked up before I finished, but I think I went home and like finished reading it just so I could say I read it all in a day.
Oh yeah. So, Last Straw if you remember correctly. It was like, because I think he wrote number 1. He wrote the original. It did really well. So he wrote 1 and 2 and 3 really quickly. And he kind of ended on 3. No, I think he wrote 1, then wrote 2, then wrote 3. Number 1 blew up, and the whole thing blew up. So he wrote 4.
Yeah, number 1 was really, really good.
So then he wrote 1 and 4 and 5. And then he stopped. I think he worked on the first movie, and he's been doing 1 every year since.
Yeah.
Which means that was over a decade ago. That was 11 years ago. That would have been 2012?
Well, that old Wimpy Kid is like the magic treehouse of kids today.
Yep.
Because Magic Treehouse came out when I was a kid.
Yep.
And I don't know, is Mary Pope Osborne, right? Is she still writing books? Or is she done?
Let's find out.
And I remember I read a lot of those because I got really into that, and I got to like the 20 or 30th book or something. It was like a drag. There was what one? Well, see, there was a part how I started skipping because we didn't. It was hard to get them all because they were checked out, and so I started skipping around and just picking the ones that were interesting.
Right. So I'm reading here. I'm going through. I'm trying to. They've got a website. I don't remember some of these. I remember some.
Oh, and then there's Merlin missions.
Yeah, those were the latest ones.
I think I've read some of his missions.
I've read most of them. I don't know. It's hard to. I'm trying to keep track, but there's 36.
Oh, then maybe I haven't read into 30s. Then was it 20s?
No, it's the 30s of the Merlin missions. So there's like 30 Merlin missions.
Oh, there's 30 Merlin missions. Oh, I've only read I think the 5th Merlin mission or something.
I
don't. I'd have to see the cover to tell you which one it was.
I will let you know. I'm currently.
Oh, Summer with
wow.
the Sea Serpent. I think I've read that one. Oh, Blizzard of the Blue. I don't think I've read that one.
This doesn't sound right.
No. Dragon of the Red Dawn. I've read that one actually. Neva the Emperor Penguin. I think I might have read that one too.
It's weird because this. I don't know. The Magic
Oh, the
Treehouse.
Leprechaun one. I read the Leprechaun one. The Leprechaun one came out in 2010. So I was 13.
They've got these. High to low. There we go. 37. These must be new because I thought it stopped. Because the regular Treehouse missions, I thought they stopped when the Merlin mission started. But I don't remember some of these. Because I don't remember them ending with the rhinos at recess or the sunlight on... These are new. Those are new ones. So these are new. I don't understand. They went to frickin'... Oh my gosh. Some of these books, I question what the heck she was doing. These must be... No, but I remember High Tide. I don't remember some of these. I don't understand. This website's confusing. I just want to know, is there a Wikipedia somewhere?
There is a Wikipedia, but it doesn't show the picture covers.
There's also a rebrand. Oh, there was a rebrand. Oh. The Magic Tree is now cleared delineates a reading journey through distinct lines. The Magic Treehouse titles for beginner chapter book readers, the Merlin missions for more advanced readers, and the fact trackers for non-fiction fans. I remember the fact trackers. I liked the fact trackers.
Oh yeah. I read a couple of those.
I had a few, yeah.
We had the space one.
I did have the space one, yes. I also had the penguin one.
Penguin one.
But that was a Merlin mission. Don't worry about it.
No, I read the penguin one. Not the penguin fact checker, but the penguin book.
So there's
Emperor Penguins. I remember that one.
So there was so there's 1 through 28 for the beginning chapter book readers for the original Magic Treehouse books. And then there's the Magic Treehouse Merlin missions, where there's 1 through 27.
That sounds about right.
So, but she's made new ones, it looks like. But I think there's new ones. We'll have to go to Wikipedia here. Oh, Wikipedia. Oh, that's Amazon. The good, bad, and the ugly about the Magic Treehouse. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wikipedia. Bingo. Here we go. That's multiple issues. Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, so this, yes. So yes, she did. Okay, so I remember this. Okay, High Tide in Hawaii is when the original Magic Treehouse stopped. That was in March 2003. And the Merlin missions... so I always thought the Merlin missions started after the originals, but they started around the same time. Interesting. Okay. Well, that answers that question. And then the Merlin missions, Night of the New Magicians, Season 6. The Haunted Castle Hall. I don't remember some of these. Even Emperor Penguin was 12? But there's all these other ones. Oh, you know what? They're coming back to me. They're all these are at my parents. I know that. I have these hidden somewhere. The Magic Flute. Yeah, okay. And then these, Night of the Ninth Dragon. This, and these have gone up to 27. But she started rewriting the originals. It looks like. Okay. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. It all... Sorry, folks. Okay. Yes, but the original series, if you want to collect the originals, ended in 2003 in March. And she focused on the Merlin missions until August of 2017, where she's written a bunch of these new ones. Anyways, interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Some of these new books have really covered some dark topics. Yeah, Hurricane Heroes in Texas, that's covering the freaking hurricane in Galveston, Texas from 1900. I've read a book about that one. That was a rough hurricane. It was bad. I don't think nobody really knew it was coming until it was too late. It was bad. Anyways. But you know what? Those are kids' books. You gotta read To Kill a Mockingbird. You know, hello? Oh, Phil's muted. Why is Phil muted? No. Go back to the view that we were in. Phil's muted now. Grid. There we go. Well, I don't know what happened. Oh, you're back.
Hello.
What happened?
I had to use the bathroom.
What was the last... I've been talking to myself then. What was the last thing that you remember?
Oh,
I guess you were probably listening the entire time.
no, I was listening to the whole thing. Yeah, you're talking about the Merlin missions and how the updates they're closer than you think between the high tide in Hawaii at 27, 28.
No, so that ended in 2003, and then she restarted the original series in 2017.
That same year?
No, 2017.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a gap?
But she was working on the Merlin missions the entire time.
Oh.
And then she started working on the classics again. So I guess maybe she got tired of writing for older kids, and so she wanted to write for younger kids again, which is what the original series is all about.
Yeah.
I don't know how she has so many... I mean, yeah, she just picks a historical event or a time period and writes about it, but, like, how do you... But, like, you know, there were plots, you know, but the books would come in, like, sets of 4. And, you know, there was, like, they had to collect some objects or whatever. But how do you keep those going, you know? How do you keep that idea going, I don't know, for 25 plus years, 30 years. You've been doing this for 30 damn years now, since it's 2022. 30 years. How do you, I mean, there's not a lot of sustenance to these books, but how do you do that? How could you possibly do that? And then, like, also tailor it to a certain, like, demographic of readers? Like, what? Like, age demographic, specifically, I should say. I don't know how you do that. But for our viewers, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Lord of the Flies, I do plan to read that while I'm locked up. I'm going to finish this. I think I can finish this. I'm pretty sure. I'll try anyways. And then I'll get to Lord of the Flies while I'm locked up. This was supposed to be about the experiment. How the hell we got onto Diary of Wimpy Kid again, I have no idea, but, you know, is what it is. But the Last Straw is the best Diary of Wimpy Kid book. Ugly Truth is pretty good, but it's Last Straw, the original Diary of Wimpy Kid, then either Roderick Rules or The Ugly Truth, then either Dog Days or Cabin Fever, I think. I'd have to reread them. I do want to. That would be fun. I could really zip through them in an afternoon. Zip through, like, the first 3 or 4 in an afternoon. But, you know, is what it is. Any other comments about my experiment? Questions? Concerns?
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty.
Yeah, my coworkers are excited to watch the live stream. I'm like, it's just gonna be my door, and you'll hear me talk every once in a while. So.
Oh, you're gonna live stream your door for 3 hours?
3 hours? 3 days?
Three days, I meant.
Hopefully, I'm gonna see how. We'll see. That's part of your job when you come visit, is to make sure the live stream keeps going. If the live stream stops, don't worry about trying to get it restarted. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Because it might be too complicated to get it up and running again, so.
Okay.
Well, anyways, if there's nothing else to be said, that is the end of TGIF Talks 102. I don't know how many segments I'm going to break this up into. Because, I don't know, we talked about many things that were not on the list. As per the usual. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night.